One second, I need to get my charger real quick. I forgot my charger. But give me 1 second, and I'm gonna speak on that because I've had a very similar mindset to that. So give me 1 second.
Okay. Yep. Let me turn it over. As soon as I got here, bloop, blooper reel. We got a blooper reel. See, you gotta give something up to get something. So
No, for sure.
definitely just woke me up. So yeah, back to the lock journey, man. Let's get back into it.
Yeah,
Sorry
man.
about that.
So, no, you're good. You're good, man. Don't spill no more tea.
Spilling the tea, but not like literally spilling the tea.
Yeah, literally. Now, I decided, like I said, I got back from my deployment, decided I wanted to grow my hair out, switch it up. I knew I had a whole bunch of leave left, so I really got back in process, out process, and was on leave for 45 days until I got out. So, grew my hair out, got braids. Oh, that looked good. I actually look good with braids. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a lot of people in my ear, telling me to lock it up. And once I locked it up, it was great. There's no going back. I ain't got to worry about getting a haircut that often, line up that often. It was great, and I was loving it. And I was enjoying every minute. The longer hair got, I was loving it. And it got to the point to where it was at the middle of my back. And the problem is that, I mean, you kind of talked about it a little bit. It was finding the right loctician. And I wasn't having the best of luck with that. I had some good locticians, but I still had damage to my hair of twisting it too tight. Often, the suggestions for the moisturizers or oils wasn't good, or wasn't working. I also had stress. On top of that, from divorce, from custody battles, stuff like that. So there was multiple factors that was playing a part, and I had an area. I guess you say develop alopecia, develop an area, and it was just getting bigger and bigger. And before it got to being bald, I just decided to make the choice to cut my hair to try to start over, heal my scalp, make sure I'm keeping my head moisturized this time, taking the proper vitamins, and taking the necessary steps in order to hopefully and prayerfully be able to regrow my hair, thicken it up, and start my lock journey again. But it wasn't an easy choice. Anybody that talked to me or knew me knew that I was going to continue to have locks forever and ever until I had no choice but to go bald. So to have to cut it early was definitely a tough choice, but it is what it is, and I got compliments on it, so I mean I appreciate it, but it wasn't a choice, and it was definitely a sacrifice that needed to be made.
Yeah. So like,
I'll be 35 in December. I'm not ready to be bald.
Yeah, I like that. I'm blessed to be 38 and not have any signs of balding. Still got my
yes
up and everything. So just that's a blessing. Can't still trying to get my beard intact.
This you got that. This is the best I could do. I can't do no better than this.
Back to what you said about the vitamins and taking care of your body, your internal. So like you said, your diet could have been more than anything. That stress, man, that's a big word.
It's
something that people do not take into account in many cases, whether you're exercising, whether you're trying to show up at work a certain way. If you're stressed out in whatever you got going on, your relationships, even within yourself, if you're finding things about yourself that aren't, what you like, and you harp on that, and it's something that you just continue to say, well, I can't do anything about it. And I'm saying this not to give advice, but to speak on it because I was that person. I just went through a lot of my life of just harping and worrying and trying to please me, but it wasn't for me. And so, back to what I was saying, I had to give some things up. I had to kind of block out that doubt and really start making time for me. And so this has been this outlet that I have, this platform, has just been an amazing experience, mainly for myself. Just not to be selfish, but I do this. I do this for y'all, but I get benefit from it because I'm able to express myself and talk to people who are listening to me. Obviously, if nobody's listening to me, then I wouldn't have a platform. So,
Yeah.
and also have some people that can relate to what I got going on because we have similar connections or similar situations. So I definitely understand where you are with that, not wanting to give it up, but at the same time, what's more important right now? Is it my health or my, the vanity? I want this to be. I mean, I've had to give up vehicles, I had to give up savings.
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
House.
I need
You
a
have a
house.
house.
I had to give up a house. Yeah, bought a house. I sell it right before the pandemic, before the big blow up. And it was like, I don't know, maybe I could still have it, but it wasn't worth it at the time. So you have to make, when I get up, me and my wife talk about it, like you got decisions and you got choices. I think that I look at decisions it was like a bigger version of a choice. Because once you make that decision, you can make choices in between those decisions. But if you make a choice, a lot of times the decision is made for you. So
Mm.
I don't know the definition of between the two at the moment, but
I see
you
what
have to
you
make a decision.
doing.
Yeah. So you have to make that decision to be a good parent, to take care of your body.
Mm-hmm.
And you make other choices in between those to say, well, that might slow you down, or that might elevate you, or that's accelerate. So I'm just all for acceleration right now. If anything or anybody, anyone, Jarell, like anyone, mom, dad, wife, kids, like I'm just like, look, I have goals in mind.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach them. I'm reaching them. I'm actually in the process of doing something major, and I just can't wait to share it. But it's God's working it out for me, so I'm definitely excited
Absolutely.
about it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you got the sacrifices is going to happen. You're going to have to make tough decisions throughout your life, and you're going to have to let some stuff go. Sometimes you have to let people go. You have to sacrifice, different people in your life in order for you to grow and prosper. And that's just a part of the journey. And
Mhm.
the sooner you're able to admit that and and see that, the sooner you're able to grow. And that's one of the hard things that some people have is letting go of what is actually hurting them. Sometimes they want to hold on because it was a good thing in the past.
Right.
Um, and they understand that it's not healthy and it's actually hurting them. But that mindset and that memory of what once was keep them stuck and stagnant in that spot. And I've got to a point to where I will no longer allow myself to do that. And my only my only focus is to move forward. That is it. I'm not holding on to anything in the past. I'm not, forgetting or negating it. I treat everything as a lesson, and I just want to continue to move forward. And if you're moving forward with me at my pace, cool. If I have to leave you, it is what it is. I hope you're able to catch
You,
up.
you
You don't
already
have to
you already
leave.
see yeah, you already see where I'm going. You see my
Yeah.
direction. So
If you
if
have
you
to
go
leave
on,
me, I get it because I may not be at that position to where you're at. I may not moving at the same speed as you, and I may need to stumble and to go through certain lessons in order to be able to catch up and speed up, which is cool. Leave me, let me do what I need to do, and hopefully in time we'll be able to meet at the same speed, meet at the same path and continue to grow. So
or not, like I like to
we're
say,
not.
or not, you know, we are people who have clearly elevated. I mean, beyond where I say that were in the past couple of years. I'm sure in the past couple of weeks, we spoke off camera about your coaching,
Hmm.
and you're determined. You have determination right now. You you've been had it obviously, but you are determined to make meant to be fit work the way
Mm.
you want it to work. You're determined to show other veterans that are out there. And if you guys didn't know, Jarell is a veteran of the Air Force, so am I. Um, showing these people that look, y'all were in the somewhere out there in the battlefield. Y'all were somewhere out there working like I was. You were in a position where at one point things were probably really, really good for you, but you fell on hard times. You made certain decisions, and
Hmm.
now you have to make choices. Now you have to live with those. So I'm
Yeah,
here to let you know I'm not in the best situation myself, but I can help you out and I can provide resources and services that can get you, and hopefully you can then turn that around and help others. And that's what it should be about anyway. And that's part of the giving up. That's part of the sacrifice.
hmm,
We have to sacrifice even when we don't have it to sacrifice our time. That can be like a part two of what I'm saying. Like time you have to give up. So even if a conversation needs to be had where feelings may get hurt, where egos may get tested. But I'm willing to give up the the relationship, the type of relationship we did have, in order to have a different type, even if that means our relationship is no longer.
yeah,
Even if we have to pull the title from ourselves and say we're no longer friends. We're not even family. We're just relatives at this point. Like I've had to go through that with people I know I love, know I care about. But like you were just saying, if maybe I was speeding up, going up at a high speed, but now I have to slow down. I have a load to carry now. I have luggage, like legit,
yes,
so that's it, and I'm okay with it because
yeah,
I know I'm still growing. I know I'm being used. I know I'm being used spiritually. I know I'm being used in a community that has embraced me very, very quickly. And so I just can't wait to see what we both do in our respective areas. It's great to hear. Great to get that insight from
absolutely. It's about protecting your peace at all costs. It doesn't matter with family, friends, foe, whatever it is. At the end of the day, you have to protect your peace. You
Please.
you, you can't live in chaos and fear, and expect to live happy and healthy. It's not going to happen. In order to do that, you have to be at peace, and it starts with yourself. So with me, I try to be at peace as much as possible. I try not to let anything affect that and affect me. I take my time. I take my breaks. I talk to the necessary people in necessary situations in order to help keep my mind at ease. Keep my heart at ease. And even if it's just one or two, you don't have to have a whole bunch of people to talk to. That's another part of the sacrifice. If you're talking to too many people, that's a problem. You don't need to continue to talk to too many people and let too many people into your lives. Get you a couple, whether it's a couple friends, family members, whoever it is. You just need a couple close
Right.
to be able to talk that that you can express your feelings and express your thoughts, and that they're going to give you necessary feedback
Right.
and
We're gonna
not
listen to you.
not just give you word vomit.
Hmm.
Because if they're giving you word vomit, then are they really your friends? Are they really somebody who really cares about what you're thinking and what you're doing? Or is it somebody who's just giving you um, words
Cliche.
that you
Yeah.
they think that you want to hear?
Right. Those generic conversation. I'm just not with the small talk. Like shout out to Charlemagne the God. His book I read a couple months back. I still have it, but just
I can't stand it.
small talk, man. Yeah, like what are we doing? What are we talking about? What? It's almost like it's a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going with this? I've definitely with you of having um, 3, 4, 5, 6 people within like an hour time period. I'm almost like asking, okay, should I do this? Should I do that? That just doesn't work because maybe that first person or the first two people
You get
they
5
are they yeah they're split decisions. So now I'm
minutes.
like, man, let me just get up and go do what I need to do. I'm not waiting on you. I'm not waiting on what taking what you say sure in consideration, but I'm not gonna. If I do that, that's gonna ruin me. So let me let me get this out of my head And I just hope anybody listening finds that peace within. They can find what works for them, because that not everyone knows. Even this conversation may not even help people. They may not want to listen to it, but um, it's just a matter. It's out there. Whatever you need is out there. Because if you're not listening to yourself, somebody is likely saying something that you may want to hear. So give it a shot. Give it a chance. Give people a chance, especially if they're like in your space, um, or putting things in a way that you can receive it. Some people are like that in church. Some people are like that on, they have to read um, captions or memes, and that get them going. Some people need to stay way off of social media and away from all these, like you said, having all these followers, all these friends. I'm seeing it all the time. People just like, what they did, burn out, they're done. I was there too. Like I was there not long ago, trying to post and make sure I'm giving myself to people, and I'm just not that type of person anymore. Spotlight and all that stuff. Now I can do this. Excuse me. I can be behind my camera, but I don't foresee myself being that person just out there on billboards and speaking to people. And I'm gonna take away my blessings, Lord, because if it happens, I'm gonna do my thing. It's just like right now at this very moment, that's not a goal.
Yeah, and that's
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 just
that's, that's good that you brought that up. Give me 1 second. I need to get my charger real quick. I forgot my charger, but give me 1 second, and I'm gonna
okay.
speak on that because I've had a very similar mindset to that. So give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm scared to take my computer off the charger. I don't know what it's gonna do.
I think it dies. I need a new laptop. It dies extremely too fast. But that is interesting that you said that because I would have never thought that I'll be in the position that I am in right now, especially when it comes to public speaking. Because I was one of those who didn't really speak much. I'd rather be in the back observing. I like to people watch. I enjoy that. I can sit there, people watch, not say anything all day, and I'd be good. That'll be a good day. And but that hasn't been the path for me. The path for me has been speaking publicly to individuals to where now I don't have a problem going in front of multiple people and speaking. I've had to do it multiple times already. And before,
Now my special guest is on the
oh
way.
yeah, they're gonna pop in.
That's why I gotta put. That's where I'm, like you said, public speaking, because I gotta talk to them about that.
You gotta talk to them, man. But
Yeah,
I never thought that I would get to this point because I was the one before who, if I got put on the spot, I'm going to immediately start sweating. I was one of those nervous sweaters to where I don't. This is uncomfortable. I'm sweating. Now I have to be really, really uncomfortable in order to do that nervous sweat, and it doesn't really happen like that. Um, I can be able to bounce back. I can think of things to say, off the top of my head, a lot quicker than I could in the past. And to where now, before when I was like, nah, I don't want to be in front of no camera. I want to be
yeah.
people giving speeches, this and that. Nah, I'd rather be in the back. Now I actually want to do that. I want to be able to speak in front of people and to be able to educate them on certain things. I actually want to be on a TED Talk and whatnot, or
That's
you know,
amazing, man. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
and
amazing.
it's a drastic change, but that's just the path that I've been on. Um, Not by choice. It's just it is what it is. It's something that is
What do you
God
think you're
made and
giving up?
telling me that that's something that I need to do.
Yeah, was there a fear involved? Was it being judgment? Was it just anxiety?
Do I get
What was it?
nervous?
contributed to it the most to where now it's like natural. Because I'm gonna be clear. It's not that I do love to talk in front of people, but I would rather just set it up. I rather be the person setting the play up versus taking a shot.
It was a lot of
So
anxiety because
yeah,
I don't like being put on the spot. I felt that I don't have a lot of experience in certain things to speak on.
okay,
So I didn't do much as a kid growing up or having the experiences. So I mean, what am I gonna say? Like I don't know. I'm not never
you're
been
not
like
gonna contribute.
a
Yeah, this
social
person's done all
butterfly
this stuff.
growing up. I'd rather just stick to myself, and people naturally used to gravitate to me. I didn't know I was just a quiet kid, um, but it naturally happened, and the more different situations that I got put in, it just kept expanding to where I became personal trainer. Now you really have to talk to people, and that's kind of like what ignited it was working out Planet Fitness and having to talk to people every day. Um, and then it got to the point to where we weren't even talking about fitness or nutrition anymore. They were just telling me their life story and what was going on. And now I'm giving life advice. I'm giving advice. I'm giving guidance. I'm giving encouragement. Support to those individuals, and it has nothing to do with it. They won't even come. Some of them won't even was training with me. They just wanted to come up and talk and have a conversation.
That's beautiful.
And it just
That's
built from
testament
that.
to you. Yeah, I mean, like you say, you haven't. There's certain experiences you haven't had. There's certain experience you will never have, and it
Mm-hmm.
may be best for you.
Mm-hmm.
So but like I said, you a father out here with daughters, that in itself will overtake a lot of people's experience. Especially having to do it without the mother in the home, and so that's got to be a challenge. Something I've never had to go through, and pray that I'll never have to go through. So that in itself, the fact that you did grow up alone, people probably think something wrong with you or like want to know, why you so quiet. I used to get that a lot. Why you now? I'm talking too much. Now I want to shut up, and it's
Yeah.
like, I've had things to say. I didn't think about or didn't know how it would be received. So now, since it's being received the way other people have told me, hey, keep going, this and this and that. It's not that I need that, but
Yeah.
that definitely encourages me. That definitely keeps the fire going to where I know I'm not just talking to myself. And I would hope if I did come off that way, that people would let me know, hey, this ain't really going your way, partner. Like, it's that's I would be okay with that. Okay,
Yeah.
what do I need to switch up?
And
Let's
I never
take that
been, and
proceed.
even still now, I'm not really that talkative of a person. It all depends on the subject.
Okay.
Now, if I
Yeah.
find the subject interesting to me, because I need something that is going to have me think. I
Gotcha.
don't like just to talk. But we just to talk, I'm gonna run out of stuff to say really fast.
Okay.
But if you're giving me, thinking and engaging, it's going to pique my interest. But a lot of the times, I'd rather just sit back and just listen. I'll chime in, and I only speak on things that, like I said, are interesting or things that I have some information about. If I don't have much information about, or if I don't have, you know, anything to do with that conversation, I'm not going to speak. I'm not like others who I'm just going to jump in a conversation just because. I don't do that. I'm
Gotcha.
I don't know what's going on. I'll let y'all have it. I'm only going to speak on stuff that I know or something that I heard of. And if I only heard about it a little bit, I'm gonna tell you. I only know about this about. And anything else, I don't know. Don't ask me. I only know about this. I'm real like that. So a lot of my conversations be short, because I really don't have much input, and since I don't have much input, a lot of the times I'm surrounded by more people who love to talk and love to hear themselves talk,
Yeah.
and they just take over, and I just let them.
Sometimes that's best. I mean, I've been like that in like one-on-ones. I'll bring something to someone, and I didn't even get out what I really wanted to say,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, oh, what at that point, sometimes I do stop. I'm like, hold on, let me finish what I want to say first. But maybe that's a gift in itself. Like I said, like I'd rather be that. Let me strike the conversation. I always claim I don't do interviews. I don't like the interview process. I'd rather be like a moderator,
Mm-hmm.
just because that way, subject to the table, we're gonna go in this direction. But by the time we get 20, 30 minutes in, we're talking about something completely different.
Yeah.
But it all ties into whatever we started with. And at least I would hope that. So there'll be some flow. I would love to have like one of those like chapter type of podcasts where you got like it's an intro and then it's gonna be the meat and then I just that's tough for me because that it don't feel like a genuine conversation.
Right.
No people don't talk in songs. All right, here's the intro to the song. Here's three verses and then the hook and then the ending. Like no, I don't operate that way. So there's no point in me trying to make it seem as if this is going to work or this is work. No, got to do my own thing
And that's just
on the
you
spot.
to an interview
Yeah,
anyways that you don't want to do.
right, exactly. Jarell's Journal, Doe Spot. We just putting it out there, man. And hopefully, everyone that's engaging and involved in this journey with us. I thank y'all for staying with us and hope y'all keep it up, keep going, support. I mean, the support that you give is appreciated. Um, but it will help, let people know what's going on because I mean, I don't want this to be the only thing, and it's not obviously, but I don't want us to I want other people to feel free to be able to express themselves
Absolutely.
and bring their friends along, and we collaborate. And I want to one day have like a 4, 5, 6 person conglomerate type of thing where all of us got business because that's what people do anyway in business. When you have those big conferences, you don't have one type of business like everybody works at a plant. No, it's like 1,700 different businesses coming together.
Yeah.
And what do you do? Okay, this is what I do. Well, these are the restaurant people right here. These are the financial advisors right here. Here are the motivational and public and transformational speakers right here. Here's the real estate. So we can all eat, we can all come together and make this happen. So
Absolutely. Your
with that,
network is your net worth. So
you go.
the more you know, the more people you know, the more connections you're gonna have, and the more opportunities you're gonna have as well. So building connections with those who are in your field or even outside of your field can lead you to opportunities you never thought would exist. And I'm speaking from experience because I'm having a
Here,
lot of
here.
opportunities that are opening up to where I never would have thought this would be possible with the situations that I was in. And I'm, thankful for it and looking forward to where it leads me and where it brings.
Love it, man. I wish you nothing but the best as we close out here. And just the one to say to anyone who made it this far, get outside. Get outside of your comfort zone. Get outside the house. Get outside of even who you follow. Look around. There's so much out there for you. Even if you in a building, you already feel like, oh, I surpassed this. You're gonna be out there by yourself. If you don't reach back, you don't look around, and I'm not saying people don't do it, and which they do, but
Mhm.
finding something else that may pique your interest because even if you're not interested completely, look around you. You have children, you have relatives who may be stuck, be stagnant. Say, hey, you're gonna go reach out to this person, and they can connect you. Because, like you said, like I myself have been doing the same thing, um, finding, making that phone call from that number I had for months. Finally, make that phone call. Hey, I'm interested in this now. What you got for me? Oh, let's meet. You got to be available. Give up that ego. Give up that selfishness. Um, give yourself up sometimes. Take a Saturday and just go walk somewhere. What I mean? Like find a trail. I'm in this run club, Santa Clara Urban Run Club in San Antonio, and I've just met so many people out there, just kicking it when we get our cardio on. But it's urban. It's real urban. So
I've heard of that.
it's
I've heard of
yeah,
it.
there's a lot of us out there, and it's just growing and growing. So even if you might want to create your own type of club or meeting place. 'Cause, I mean, we're just on this earth, man. We're just spreading knowledge. There's so much out there, and you never know who's listening to you, who wants to listen to you, if you have the time. So that's where
Mm,
we at with it, bro.
that's
I just appreciate. Yep, I just appreciate your time, bro. You got something else?
Yeah, no, I was about to, piggyback on that and say that that's a fact. You never know who's listening. You never know what type of impact you're gonna have. So, you know, why not be yourself and express your thoughts and feelings? That's exactly what we do. That's what you do on the Doe
Mm-hmm.
Spot. That is exactly what I do on my podcast, Jarell's Journal. We do the same thing. It's an outlet mostly for us to express how we feel and get our thoughts out. I know for me, and I'm not the one to where I'm have the written journal going on. I'm not a writer like that. So I use Jarell Journal to express my thoughts, my feelings, and what's going on. And I actually have a episode out there talking about breaking out of the comfort zone. So it's kind of interesting. You mentioned
Yeah.
that a little earlier, and I did a podcast on that. So and just talking about it. So it's finding something that you enjoy and that you feel comfortable with. This is something that I felt comfortable with. This is something that you felt comfortable with, and
Absolutely.
this is our lane. Is there a whole bunch of people that's doing it as well? Yeah, sure, but that don't have anything to do with us
Right.
because what we speak on is going to connect to certain individuals, and that's for me. That's really all I care about. I'm not if I connect to millions of people, cool. That would be fantastic. If it's
Right.
only 50 people, 25 people, cool. That doesn't the number doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. It's all about what type of positive effect I'm going to have because I know that when I speak, there's going to be some gems dropped that somebody is going to appreciate and be able to pick up and help them out in their life. And that's really the type of mindset that everyone should have is that speak your mind, you know, speak how you feel because you never know who's listening, like you said, you never know who needs to hear what you have to say because there's somebody that could be going through a similar situation that they just needed a different perspective and you speaking your mind and allowing yourself to open up and be vulnerable can help that one person that was in desperate need.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. Most of what we do is not for us. I mean, we
Yeah.
do it for us at that moment, but we opening doors for people who um, aren't able to have a studio, who aren't able to have time to actually sit and chill with their friends. I mean, this is all virtual. This is us taking our time on different time zones and saying, "Hey, let's chop it up. Let's just chat." And then, it could be 2, 3 years from now before someone hears this, but it'll be timely. I know it will be. So I do again appreciate your time, Jarrell. I'm gonna go ahead and close out, and anything you want to spread as far as like because Jarrell's in the Columbia, South Carolina area, so check him out, please, if you are in that area or know someone that's out there. Because I want him to continue to grow in his business, to continue to prosper, and continue being who he is. So, anything you want to share real quick?
Oh yeah, please. If you haven't already, go ahead subscribe to the Doe Spot, lock in, um, watch all the episodes. They are great. It's great perspective, great conversation with all the guests that he have. As well, I have a podcast called
Sure.
Jarell's Journal. Please lock in, subscribe. It's on YouTube. It's on all your favorite podcast platforms. I'm also a health and wellness coach as well. So if you haven't heard about it, I own Meant to Be Fit, and we focus on military first responders. I'm a veteran, so naturally, that is, the people that I aim to help out first. But we help out all. If you're not in the military, you're not a veteran, that's fine. We help you out as well. And we are working on and we'll be launching a new challenge. It's going to be 8-week challenge, holiday hustle. It's coming soon, so be on the look for that. Um, so you can follow us on all social medias, Facebook, Instagram, um, and YouTube is Meant to Be Fit, MEANT, the number 2, BEFIT. You go to menttobefit.com. You can see everything. Our podcast is up there as well. But I definitely appreciate you having me on. Again, it's always love, and it's always great to have great conversations with great individuals. And I definitely wish you the best, and ultimate success in your journey. And I am enjoying watching the journey as well. So I appreciate you, and yeah, that's it. I could keep going in circles, but I'm just gonna leave it at
It's
that.
all good. Flowers received, flowers reciprocated to you as well as the coaching and whatever else you have going on. Because you, like I said, I can see the speaking engagements. I can see all this formulating. It's there. You're already in the midst of it. So just keep God first, obviously, and keep you right next to that. Because if you're not in a good space, then
Yes.
everything crumbles. So
Yes.
I'm glad that you finding that piece of positivity. Sorry that you had to cut your hair and reset, but that's part of it, man. Yeah, so we ain't gonna harp on that. That's a sensitive subject.
Yeah.
All right, man. But yeah, y'all take it easy whenever you're hearing this, wherever you're hearing this from. It's a Doe Spot. It's Jay Wando, Coach Jarell Rose, everybody. Thanks for coming on. We're gonna catch up with y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
I would say like this to all you out here who aspire, it's like my man said, have knowledge of self. That means be realistic. For you to understand me, I'm the type of brother that my definition of success is not for me to be somewhere with a bunch of loot or something all by myself. That will never work for me.